Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Terrifying Tuesday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day, such as your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your directors, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch this bad boy for free, and then if you decide, you can help support Matt's Movie Mania and toss me a couple of bucks. Now that I got all that said and mind and all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's movie came out back in 2023, so it is a year old. It is running at an hour and 22 minutes. I can't remember exactly. It is none other than I Love Juliet. What an interesting movie. This is definitely well outside my realm of my normal types of films that I review, but I absolutely am happy that I am reviewing it. It gives me a chance or an opportunity to do something a little different than usual, which is always fun. Variety makes the world go round. Now, what exactly is I Love Juliet about? Now, it's about a younger couple, what is it, Trevor and Juliet, I believe it's Trevor, but they are kind of a weird relationship thing going on here. Like, she goes out with other friends while he stays home. He is actually a gangster and leads not really a double life, but a life that leads him to the point to where he owes a very well-known mobster in the area $20,000 or he will die. It's a very interesting ordeal how that happens. Juliet and him are going out at a local club, and two gentlemen, well, one starts dancing with her, and it's very seductive, and Trevor doesn't like it, like most normal guys wouldn't. You fast forward it a little bit, and Trevor's outside having himself a smoke, and out pops these two dudes. One of them is the guy that was dancing with Juliet, and the other one being his friend. They're talking all kinds of trash, basically about Juliet, about how she's nothing but a slut, and she's there to hook up, and things like that. We'll scooch this down just a pinch. But it's really kind of an ugly thing, is the things that they're saying. Trevor decides he's going to do something about it. He picks up a pretty big rock, about the size of a big baked potato. It's good sized rock. And he beats the hell out of both of them, and that's what leads him to the ordeal of where he owes the money, because one of the men that he decided to lay his hands upon just was recently made as a top guy in a local crime syndicate. So that's how he gets that dilemma of having to owe the 20 grand. Now, Juliet, she leads an interesting life. She works for her father, who runs a local diner that it looks like a cool hip spot to go to catch yourself a good burger or whatnot, some chicken fries or anything like that. But anyways, it looked like a cool little hip joint. Juliet no longer really wants to work there. She's tired of it. She's looking for a constant way out. Eventually she meets Romeo, and Romeo is a well-to-do man that is a film producer that is working on his latest project. Now, during this project, he is going through the rigmarole of trying to get a cast together. All the while, he is trying to swoon and woo over Juliet. And now Juliet definitely is leading the double life against him because she does go home to Trevor on most nights after they've been together, or the morning after that her and Romeo have slept together. It's quite an interesting ordeal there. They come up with a plan to fake kidnap Juliet and demand a ransom for her, and it's for $1 million. Now this ransom goes a little horribly awry. It is Trevor and another man named Kyle, who Kyle is probably my favorite character in the whole movie. He's a pimp-like character who is constantly on the lookout for Juliet, always trying to keep her best intentions in line because he does love and care for her. Alright guys, that's enough of what I'm going to talk about with this movie. I want you guys to watch it so you can see everything for your own. Now granted, yes, I know this is not for everyone in my circle of friends that they probably won't watch this. I challenge you guys to watch it. I think it'll be a fun watch. It's well worth it in my opinion. Now on to the three things that I love my movies to meet a certain criteria on. And the first is audio. This has a very nice audio track going on. It's very crisp, cool, and clean, as I like to say. There's not a moment where I don't understand what a character is saying. It comes off very smooth and very clean. So I really appreciate that, because there's nothing worse than having outside static or interference going on with your microphones, and it really can put a real kibosh on what you're trying to achieve there on that end. So I'm going to give it an A. Now, dialogue is where I feel like the bread and butter lies upon with this film. I really think it's written extremely well. The dialogue is just so it rolls off the tongue in such a fashion that it makes it feel like a much classier kind of film than what it really is. Because, let's face it, it's about gangsters and things like that. And our Romeo guy, one thing that I really commend about him is he's set out in his films to make films that are not glorifying the gangster or the thug lifestyle, which I really appreciate that, because that, honestly, guys, that is not the way to roll. You got more problems that way, and it's just not worth it in the long run. Crime does not pay. But anyways, back to the dialogue. The dialogue is very fine, so I'm going to give it an A+ at that end. Now, as far as the third and final thing, which is editing. The editing, it works very good. I never noticed any weird continuity errors, no strange jump cuts that don't make sense. Everything keeps a nice forward, steady pace, a nice forward momentum. So I really enjoyed that about this. It never jumps too forward, a step forward, and then 2 steps back. It never does that. It is always constantly going forward, which I really like that. It's like the little engine that could, it really does its job. So I'm going to give it an A on the editing. Now, on a final score of 1 through 5, this is going to get a 3.5 out of 5. It's above average. It's a really different kind of film for me. Not that I disliked it. I think it's really good in all actuality. It is a very different movie for me to cover, which I'm happy to have done it, because I mostly do horror flicks or creature features, science fiction, stuff like that. So it's fun to jump out of the realm of my comfort zone and dip into a genre that I have not done before, because this one is more of a drama romance with a little bit of crime going on with it. Alright, guys, I love your faces. I'll be back at you either Friday or Saturday. I'm not 100% how this weekend's going to work out, but I will still work in one more review for you this week, or at least, or not one, but two, hopefully two this week. We'll see how schedule works out. Alright, guys, love your faces, and as always, peace.